guys, a quick little check-in video for you. My husband and I did our 7 mile hike. It was actually closer to almost 7.5 mile hike on Saturday morning. We went up to Yarnell, Arizona, did the Granite Mountain Hotshots Memorial Trail to honor the 19 firefighters who lost their lives fighting the Yarnell Hill Fire back in 2013. So we got that done. We completed the full thing. It's about 2.5 miles to get up to the lookout. It is a mile down to the fatality site, and then obviously a mile back up, and then another 2.5 back down to the beginning of the trailhead. So it was a very good hike. It was challenging. It was actually harder to come back up from the fatality site than I think it was to do the rest of it, because I mean there's a lot of rock scrambling on the main part of the trail, but you're going uphill real quick when you come back up from that fatality site. So I think it's like a 500 or 600 foot incline from the bottom back up to the lookout. So that we felt was actually harder than the rest of the hike. But my favorite part is going up and my least favorite part is going down, because when I go down is when I start to get my blisters on my toes, and my tootsies really hurt yesterday. So we kind of pampered ourselves with pedicures yesterday morning and sat and watched football. So that was nice. But I could not move Saturday night. So we live about 2.5 miles from Yarnell, or 2.5 hours, sorry, from Yarnell. And so we had a 2.5 hour drive home after our 7.5 mile hike. And I'm not kidding when I said I could not move when I got out of the truck. Like, I literally slid out, and I'm the one who drove home. So I was extremely uncomfortable the rest of the day and went to bed at like 7:15. No joke, because I couldn't sit up without having really bad pain in my lower back. So I think I tweaked my back a little bit when I was doing my workout on Friday, because I didn't want to focus too much on legs so that I didn't have leg fatigue, and it kind of backfired. But I woke up yesterday morning. I felt pretty good. My calves were sore. They had tightened up. And just for fun, I got on the scale because I knew I was going to be inflamed, and I told Coach Bronson I was not going to do my official weigh-in on Sunday because I knew that it was going to be ugly. And ooh, all I did was the actual like weight part of it, and I was up 5 pounds. So I had that much inflammation going on inside of me just because of the, intense hike that we did. So it wasn't just some leisurely stroll. I wish it was, but it wasn't. You're going up a mountain, you're coming back down a mountain, going up the mountain again, and then coming back down. So, but that's Arizona, and that's why I love hiking out here, because it's not boring. It's always exciting and can always be a challenge. So my results for my weigh-in this morning were not too shabby. I was up slightly with my weight still. So again, I'm not concerned, just because I know my body's, I feel it in my calves today. I really do. I tore my left calf muscle last year. I had like a grade 3 tear. I was close to needing surgery on my calf. And so it's still, if I overdo it with my left leg or my left calf, it lets me know about it, and it's not happy. So, but my skeletal muscle mass was up 0.5 pound, which is awesome. My body fat mass was down 0.4, and percentage of body fat went down. BMI went up, but that's just because my weight went up. So I don't pay attention to BMI much as it is. So hopefully by next Sunday, things will start to level out again. I've been drinking lots and lots of water with element electrolytes in it just to replenish. We did that a lot on the hike. I honestly didn't even get that warm until we were basically coming back down the mountain. So I think I had maybe 3 bottles of water, and that was it. But I made sure to put the element inside of them just so that my electrolytes stayed up. And of course, we snacked on some carnivore snacks, brisket, when we were down at the fatality site, and just took a little bit of a 30-minute break just to kind of chill and reflect and refuel essentially. So I'll try and get things posted on here of the photos and videos I did from the hike. Again, if you're in Arizona, or if you ever come to Arizona and you get the opportunity to do the hike, I wouldn't recommend doing it before like September, because it still gets pretty warm up there in that area. When we started the hike at 6:50 a.m., it was 51 degrees out. And when we finished, I think it was 68 or 69, but you're up higher in the elevation, so you get more of that sun, and the sun was hot. So fortunately, there was a fairly consistent breeze going, which kept us cool, but I still managed to pink up a little bit. I had a long sleeve, just a long sleeved hooded shirt on, and had like a workout top on underneath it, and I ended up having to unlayer as we were coming back up from the fatality site, and got a little more pink than I wanted to. But again, I don't burn anymore, which is amazing. So it was, a little bit of pink on Saturday, and by Sunday it was gone. So I just add a little bit more color into my life. But so yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on how things go. Like I said, I'll try and put in some photos and video at the end of this so that you can get an idea of what we did there, why we did it, who the people were that we were remembering. And if you want to read up some more on it, you can always check out the Granite Mountain Hotshots. Just Google them and all sorts of stories will come up. Again, if you've ever seen the movie Only of the Brave, the story is based on that hotshot crew. And it's basically derived from the book of the one survivor who ended up being the lookout that day. And he was the only one that made it out of that fire. So I will see you guys next weekend. Have a great week.